Hello everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I wanted to come on and share some ATCs that I made for Lisa, who is Charlisa's Crafty Corner, and Lisa is celebrating 800 subbies with a giveaway challenge. Plus, I wanted to share with you guys an amazing glittering technique that I learned at the Scrapbook Expo. So that process video is going to be following right after my little description of each of these ATCs. This ATC I have named Circus Streams 2. Well, I guess I should have started with 1, but anyway, it's some graphic 45 paper. It's the little labels that they had, and so the images are all relatively small, but I fussy cut all of this out. I fussy cut out this little man as well, and I put some flat back pearls, some black flat back pearls that I thought would go nicely with the background so that it looks like he's juggling with the one hand all these little pearls. This one is Circus Dreams #1, and I added, again, a whole bunch of little images that I fussy cut out really carefully. I placed them so that the images, even though they're kind of cut off, made sense the way they were placed on this ATC. And then I added some rhinestone gems and some flat back pearls just to show a little bit of movement for this circus clown that's trailing after that banner. And lastly is this ATC, and this image is from the Curtain Call collection from Graphic 45, and I again fussy cut out this beautiful kind of dancing lady and added some flat back pearls that I thought coordinated nicely in terms of color where the peacock feathers would be. And I didn't put one on here because this is a fan that she's holding, a kind of translucent fan, so I didn't want the pearl centers on this peacock feather. But I thought that image coordinated so nicely with this background. And this ATC is called Gilded Lady. I hope you guys enjoy the process video. Thanks for watching. I cut 3 ATC bases from some chipboard packaging that was left over from a watercolor paper pad that I had finished using, and I cut it to 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and I'm just coating the whole one side of it with double-sided adhesive. And this is tape that I purchased 4 of these big fat rolls for $10, and it's made by Basic, B-A-Z-I-C products, and I'm just putting on enough tape to fully cover the one side of the ATC card. And this tape can be cut by scissors, as you can see here, or you can even tear it with your hands. Now I'm trimming off the overhang areas of that tape, and I will say it will make your scissors a little sticky, even non-stick scissors, so you just have to remember to wash that off with soap and water, and then it should be back to normal. Now I'm just burnishing on the tape with my finger, making sure that there's good contact between the tape and the chipboard base. And I've taken a scrap of delicate lace. It's not like a crochet lace. This is a thin lace that has a delicate and detailed pattern to it. And I think that works best for this technique. I'm removing the release paper from the tape on the chipboard base, and I'm putting it all over a coffee filter because I think that's a great way to recapture unused or surplus extra fine glitter. I'm using the glitter, the dark color first, and sprinkling that over top of the lace and making sure I've got good coverage over the whole thing. I could burnish here, but you don't really have to. As you can see, I just remove the lace and it comes out with a beautiful pattern. Here I'm using the coffee filter just to funnel back in the excess glitter, and I'm closing that lid in case I knock that little jar over. And now I'm taking the lighter color. This is like an antique brass, and I'm sprinkling that just right over the top. So all the areas that had the lace on it is now adhesive or sticky, and so the brassy glitter is sticking to that. And again, I'm recapturing all of the excess extra fine glitter and closing that jar up. And look at how beautiful this ATC background came out. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this on video. I think you can, but as you burnish with your finger, you're making sure that the glitter really gets stuck into that adhesive tape and making sure that it won't fly off of the ATC. And you also make it sparkle even brighter. Now you can reuse the same lace over and over, but I thought I'd show you one more with a different lace pattern. I have already prepped the ATC chipboard base, and I am making sure that that lacy little scrap is adhered nicely. I'm going to make this one lighter, and my darker color in this case is a kind of midnight blue, and I'm burnishing that glitter right into the chipboard base just to make sure that it doesn't all fall off. Oop. And here you see it's kind of the front layer of the chipboard base was trying to come off with that lace as I pulled it off. But I was able to pull that back, and I'll adhere it later with some wet glue just to make sure it's all secure. But look at how beautiful that pattern came out. Now I'm recapturing the excess blue glitter, and now I'm going to be putting on some really extra fine iridescent glitter. This was a little leftover that I had from a kit that I had gotten from Heartfelt Creations. And it's just a teeny tiny bit of glitter, as you can see there, but it's plenty for the thin layer that you need to coat the front of the ATC. Now it's just a matter of burnishing in the glitter onto the card base, and again you can see that it turns brighter and shinier as you do that burnishing with your finger, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day.